Nannyblackbee, reading a book from the Hive. Today's book's going to be Help Wanted, Must Love Books, written by Janet Summer Johnson and art by Courtney Dawson. Unlike most kids, Sally loved bedtime. She'd shimmy into her PJs, brush her sparkling smile, then raid the bookshelf for the perfect bedtime stories. Her dad would squish into the rocker with her, and they'd read until her eyelids refused to stay open. This arrangement worked perfectly until her dad got a new job. Finally, Sally reached her limit. "You're fired," she announced. She put up a job notice first thing the next morning. Help wanted. Bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. and began interviews shortly before bedtime. The fierce competition scared off the first 3 applicants. The next applicant brought along her 7 bodyguards, which was fine until Sally offered them snacks. "Don't eat that! It's the Wicked Queen in disguise!" Sally refused to interview any more applicants that night. Before going to bed, she added a line to her job notice. Help wanted. Bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Individual applicants only. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. The next night, the first applicant seemed delightful. Run as fast as you can. Until he ran away with the book. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I hear the yawn of a tired one. Sally refused to come out from under the bed to interview applicant number 2. In the morning, Sally changed her sign again. Help wanted. Bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Individual applicants only. Human applicants only. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. At the next interview, Shaylee's ears pricked right up. The applicant could spin tales that kept her on pins and needles. She was just about to offer her the job when the woman zonked out mid-sentence. The second girl was very peculiar about where she would sit. "This beanbag is too soft. This chair is too hard. This bed is just right." Help wanted. Bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Individual applicants only. Human applicants only. Must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m. Shaylee had low expectations for the next round, but the first applicant had a very impressive resume. Her voice was musical. She could stay up past midnight, and she was obviously human. The 2 of them had a ball until Shaylee noticed the sooty fingerprints all over her favorite book. The second applicant hooked her right away. His storytelling gave her goosebumps, as did the gunk between his teeth. Help wanted. Bedtime storyteller. Must love books. Apply within. Individual applicants only. Human applicants only. Must be able to stay awake past 8 p.m. Solid hygiene. Skills required.
Interviews begin promptly at 6:30 p.m.
Shaylee despaired of ever finding a replacement for her dad until one final job seeker showed up. He looked kind of familiar and his voice was just right. Best of all, he smelled like strawberries and chocolate chip cookies, so Shaylee offered him the job. On one condition: off limits during bedtime stories. The end. Hive game question. How many green books can you find in this picture? Help Wanted, Must Love Books. Written by Janet Summer Johnson and art by Courtney Dawson.
Now, if you like that story, then why not subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can hear another story from me, Nannyblackbee. Hit up the socials and I will see you in the next video. Bzz for now.